Hi, this is Shiatsu. I'm one of the co-founders, Steve Banks, and here we're going to be talking today about how we treat neck and shoulder issues, which tend to happen obviously from long periods of sitting at desks. So if you do sit at a desk for long periods, it may be relevant to you, this video. So when we're looking at the shoulder and the neck, what we're looking for is obviously the certain muscle groups that are involved. Now the deltoids involved in obviously sitting postural issues. There's also the spina erector muscles as well, which run either side of the spine. You have the latissimus dorsi, which runs down here and helps pull the shoulder girdle back, and also the rhomboid muscle, which kind of fits just between the spine and the scapula. But the main muscle we're looking at here today, because it's involved in a lot of the actual neck and shoulder issues, is the trapezium muscle. Now the trapezium muscle actually inserts here, just on the occiput of the skull. It runs all the way down either side of the spine and then fans out past the deltoid muscle and attaches to the humerus bone just down here. And again, it's about this fat as it runs through here as well, and it actually covers just up here on the scapula. So first of all, how we start is we will check the level of tension that's relevant here, and this is just on the top of the trapezium. It's close to the insert point. So just by applying a little bit of pressure, we can actually find out how much tension there is in the whole muscle. So just easing away that little bit of tension straight away, you're working at easing away the tension. And then we turn around and we start a nice long stretch on the trapezium by just putting some pressure, like palm pressure, so it's nice and soft on the actual shoulder girdle. And we do this kind of undulating effect. So we're applying pressure, get a nice long stretch, and then we relax. Nice long stretch, and then we relax. Again, what we're doing here is create a nice long stretch along the muscle, again, causing it to release. When we're finished doing that, we then can apply pressure down the muscle with our thumbs. And what this does, it actually gives an idea of how much tension is left in the muscle. And using your thumbs, you can disperse any little pockets that you feel along the way. And there's a particularly good point. It's known as gallbladder 21. And it's very good at descending stress in the body and also releasing tension in the muscle. But this is not to be used on pregnant women. It's contraindicated. As you work our way down the muscle, in and around the shoulder girdle, there's a lot of synergistic muscle that hold the shoulder in place. So what we're going to look to do is actually release these muscles. And again, they have insert points just into the actual humerus bone here as well as the shoulder blade. So actually by releasing these points, what you're doing is letting this bone, which is in a ball and socket joint like this, we're trying to let it drop out. So what tends to happen, it gets nice and tense, and so it's clunky when it moves. So if we can release it just a little bit, what we can then, it has a more freedom of movement. And again, it feels looser and it's a lot more relaxed. So this is by just applying pressure through these points here. And the main point is just to here really where the latissimus dorsi inserts, which again runs down to here. So by applying pressure, we can release it a little bit. And after we've finished doing that, we then get hold of the arm and we do these circular movements. And what we're looking to do now is find out if there's any levels of tension as we move the shoulder. And in anyone, we do have little bits of tension as we go around, so it's not quite a smooth circle. So when we find the tension, we then sit back, create a nice long stretch, and then we release, move forward, and do the same thing again. Again, increasing the stretch in the trapezium. At this point, we then anchor the arm behind the body. It allows us really good access to this area here. This is part of the trapezium muscle that fits on the scapula. So just by applying a little bit of pressure, just throughout this whole muscle, again, by applying pressure here, this actually helps this muscle, or sorry, this bone humerus here, drop out a bit more and release the trapezium. So we just work all the way through there, just in this point here. And another nice long stretch. And then we release the arm and pop it back to where it belongs. And this muscle is a lot more relaxed. So hopefully, during the course of this video, you get to see how we work at Shiatsu. And if you have any more questions, any queries that you'd like us to answer, please consult our website, www.cityshiatsu.co.uk. And if you want, just give us a call or send us an email. And more importantly, thank you for your time.